People of the internet, RetroRaconteur here, and we just got a brand new sneak peek at the art and making of Hogwarts Legacy, the game's official art book, including some new details and even some preview images. We're going to dive in right now. This all comes courtesy from an article on Syfy.com. We'll link it down in the description below. Okay, so it starts off with kind of a little bit of an intro here to Hogwarts Legacy. A lot of stuff you guys are already going to know and be familiar with, but here is when they get into the new stuff, talking about the art book. The first of its kind title will be accompanied by a 252-page art book chronicling the magical amount of detail needed to bring such an endeavor to life. On sale from Inside Editions next month, you can pre-order a copy right here for $45. The Art and Making of Hogwarts Legacy, Exploring the Unwritten Wizarding World, was written by Jody Revenson and Michael Owen, both of whom got a front row seat to the game's ever-evolving development process. And then here, through all the days of working on this, more and more incredible artwork would arrive for us to see. And guys, as you know, we've seen some of this already in the behind the scenes and the dev interviews that they've done. It looks phenomenal. And 252 pages? I mean, really? Are you kidding me? I can't wait for this. Characters would be refined and settings would be developed. It was a very exciting experience. Revenson, who is no stranger to peeling back the curtain on the Wizarding World, tells Sci-Fi Wire. Oh, and by the way, we've got an exclusive sneak peek inside the wondrous publication, which is rich in original illustrations, the cover art included. And so here is the very first image that we see. It looks like this is going to be the first thing you see. I mean, when you open the book, I could see this being on that inside left flap right here. Looks like a shot of Hogsmeade here with the 3 broomsticks. And then we also have Honeydukes over here. And then just over here, The Art of Making Hogwarts Legacy, written by Jody Revenson and Michael Owen. Next page here. Now we are into the table of contents. And there's some interesting details, but don't worry, no spoilers here. Got the sorting hat over here on the left. And then Chapter 1, the first mission, on page 8, Ancient Magic on page 20, A Wizard's Field Guide, 22, Chapter 2, where our story starts, The Player's Choices on page 80. I find this one super interesting because they've sort of played up our choices at times, and then at other times they said, well, there's no real moral system or anything like that. But to see that reconfirmed here that, hey, your choices are going to be important. Clearly, they're showing them in the art book here. I think that's a really good sign. Then you have cinematics bringing the story to life on page 82. Chapter 3, establishing the locations. This is where we are on page 84. Here they go into the room of requirement, traversing the Highlands. So assuming this is the area just outside of Hogwarts. Extracurricular activities on page 186 here. Then we move to Chapter 4, The Beasts of Hogwarts Legacy on page 190, 214, Animating the Beasts. Chapter 5, Golden Paths and Dark Mysteries, page 218 there. And then a really interesting one, Playing Your Way, page 226. Again, kind of playing up that idea of choice and you being the witch or wizard you want to be. Casting a Spell on page 228, and then on page 250, Continue Play. So, I mean, is this going to be, obviously we already have the game in our hands at this point, and of course we know there's going to be something for you to explore and do after the fact, but it looks like these pages here could be a preview of whatever that may be. And then we move to a page all about the bathrooms. That's right, the bathrooms of Hogwarts Legacy. You've got the mermaid right here, of course, from the prefect's bathroom, and then a shot here inside the prefect's bathroom, which we have actually already seen in one of the trailers, by the way. Then this right here, of course, longtime fans of the series are going to know. Moaning Myrtle's bathroom. However, it wasn't Moaning Myrtle's bathroom just yet, which is what the description talks about here. It mentions the name Madsen here, so of course that's most likely Boston Madsen on the Avalanche team, and she says, bathrooms are a rather newfangled concept for our era, explains Madsen. They're exciting new technology, so this is something students are likely to write home about to make their parents or great aunts and uncles jealous of the upgrade. Great pride is taken in some of Hogwarts' new plumbing, and the bathrooms tend to be some of the newest, nicest looking areas in the school. What would one day be Moaning Myrtle's bathroom and its boys' room counterpart is probably the newest lavatory in the school. So, newest lavatory in the school. Of course, you guys already know. You're already thinking what I'm thinking, right? Moaning Myrtle's bathroom, we all know the significance of that room and that it does, in fact, lead to the Chamber of Secrets. Of course, Slytherin would have had to have built that when they first built Hogwarts. When they first set that up, Slytherin built that chamber there. So it's interesting that Madsen says this is one of the newest bathrooms. So was there something else there before that? I mean, the pipes and the plumbing, I don't know how all of that would work given how far back in the past. Obviously, there's a lot of magic involved as well, of course, with an ancient place like Hogwarts. And I'm not going to predict that we're going to be able to go to the Chamber of Secrets. I know that's been a popular question among fans. Will we be able to go in there? I don't think so. However, I think there has to be an Easter egg in here, right? There has to be something in here hinting at the possibility of the Chamber of Secrets. And you just know, I mean, people are going to try. You see the way people play Elden Ring and Dark Souls. They're going to be trying to get into these areas. But the crazy thing with Harry Potter is because we already know so much about the world, we know where some of these entrances are and should be. So everybody's going to be messing around here in this path. They're trying everything they can to see if they cannot get into the Chamber of Secrets somehow. Who knows? Maybe we can. And then unfortunately, these images aren't incredibly high resolution, but I'm going to zoom in a bit here and make this a little bit more readable for you. So it's just going through as they label each of these images here. So you have The Mermaid over here by Vanessa Palmer. Opposite bottom, you have the Prefect Bathroom, which is an in-game render by the environment team. Then just here on the right, Bathroom Doorknob and Ravenclaw Toilet by, I think it's BOSI maybe? BOS, hard to read that one. And then in the bottom, Moaning Myrtle Bathroom, an in-game render again by the environment team. And then what I think will most likely be everyone's favorite shot from this, you have this wonderful scene of Honeydukes and just looking at all the little candies, all the little details in here, the sign saying take candy here. I cannot wait to just get in and walk around this shop. And then even more details here at the bottom about some specific candies, which chocolate frogs. You guys don't even want to get me started on the whole lore behind this and will they or won't they have the actual wizard cards in them. So far, we've seen no evidence that they will. I've talked about it in other videos, but there's this whole thing where in the Fantastic Beasts movies, there was this one frame of the Daily Prophet where they talked about the changing of the wizard card packaging, or I guess I should actually say the chocolate frog packaging. I always say wizard card packaging. And so there's some definite lore questions there. Maybe they'll have the wizard cards, maybe they won't, but it certainly does seem like chocolate frogs are in the game. Now, over here on the left, we have this little description. Honeyduke's Sweet Shop is a major meeting place in the town, overrun with fizzing Whizbees and chocolate frogs. It's run by Patrick Redding and his daughter, Olivia. So there we go, getting the names of two more characters that we're going to be meeting up with in Hogwarts Legacy. Then you have the chocolate frogs here, and then I think this is fizzing Whizbees right here. Yeah, you can see it right there, and then Queen Bee on the front there. And then over here on the right, so we got Top Spread Honeyduke's Early Concept by West Studio. So that's the one that we saw just at the top there. Then the Honeyduke sign design, which we just saw over here on the left. Chocolate Frog, we saw those as well. And then right here, we have the Fizzing Whizbees candy. Pumpkin fizz drink, they're calling it, so I guess it wasn't actually called pumpkin juice just yet. And then the strudel pastry right here. Of course, we also have the absolutely gorgeous cover art for the game, but that's not it. All of these comments and quotes actually contain several interesting facts, so let's jump back in there and read through some of those as well. Starting with this line right here. There's such cleverness in the names of the small towns and their residents, their merchandise and backstories, which super exciting, right? I mean, we've wondered how deep are these towns going to be? I mean, these people that we meet, are they going to have stories? Are they going to have little routines? This is certainly a good sign. How could these not be included, she says. Learning all about the professors of the time, which we've gotten a little bit of that with those professor cards we've seen so far. Their relationships and their personalities is so important to your time at Hogwarts. Same with your fellow students and the beasts you encounter. So, I mean, that's like a preview of the whole book, right? They're telling us we're going to get character profiles, character overviews, your fellow students, same with professors, but also the beast as well, which we also saw that reflected in the table of contents, of course. Now, this paragraph here I found particularly interesting because I wonder if this means that things actually changed, so they're going to look incorrect in the art book. I'll read it and let me see what you guys think. I liked hanging out with the students and most of the professors. Interesting, most, but not all the professors there, I might add. And encountering new magic. The most challenging was when those characters were revised or those environments appeared or disappeared. But change is inevitable, whether it was the game itself or writing about the game. And so we just kept to our mission of making sure the book was the best it could be. And then maybe the most exciting part of all, especially if you guys are a fan of this and if you've been looking forward to this game for a while, it says here, while the author is understandably hesitant to reveal any never before seen tidbits Hogwarts Legacy reveals about the wizarding world, she does promise that the new characters and environments encountered in Hogwarts Legacy fit perfectly into the history we know and the future we know will be. That, guys, I mean, that tells me there must be something big. There must be something big in Hogwarts Legacy that happens that we as fans of the world already know, and we'll be able to see the connection and point to it and be like, yes, this is the beginning of that. This is how that started. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's even something involving the choices that our character makes, which if we have choices, then how would they actually incorporate that and make it work in the lore? I have no idea, but I can't wait to find out. And then finally, last line of this paragraph here, one of the most important aspects of any time spent in the wizarding world is discovery. Music to my ears, right? I mean, just that's what we want to do, guys. We want to get lost in this world. And anyone who reads this book is going to discover how the game was well thought out. Yes, please, man. I am obviously so excited for the game, but then hearing this about the art book as well, I mean, $45, that's pretty steep for an art book, you know? But hearing this and the fact that it's 252 pages, it seems like there's going to be so much packed into this. I can't wait to check it out. And if you didn't already know, this 252-page art book from Inside Editions is available for pre-order. Amazon is currently listing February 14th, and I actually just recently got an email from Amazon saying that my release date had been updated, and it looks like after shipping and everything, I'm probably not going to be getting it until February 16th. It does retail for $45 here in the US. I'll throw an affiliate link in the description below, so if you'd like to use that and help out the channel a bit, we'd appreciate it. Guys, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. I have another awesome video that I'm going to put here on the right side of your screen. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.